Welcome to PMSR. I'm about to show you 10 breakup disasters that actually happened. And trust me, each one is worse than the last. Let's go. I used to think there was only one truly terrible way to end a relationship: cheating and getting caught. Then I became a relationship therapist, and oh man, did I learn otherwise. My name's Jordan, and over 5 years of practice, I've heard every nightmare breakup story you can imagine, but there are 10 that stand out. 10 methods so spectacularly awful that they've become teaching moments for what never, ever to do. This is the story of those 10 breakups and why each one destroyed not just the relationship, but the people involved. The first one taught me that silence can be the cruelest weapon. Marcus came to my office 3 months after his girlfriend of 4 years just vanished. Not literally, she didn't die or get kidnapped. She ghosted him. After 4 years of living together, planning a future, talking about kids, one Tuesday he came home from work and her stuff was gone. No note, no text, no explanation. She blocked him on everything. When he called her mom, frantic and terrified, her mom said, "She said you'd know why." He didn't know why. Marcus spent 6 months trying to figure out what he'd done wrong, replaying every conversation, every moment. The not knowing ate him alive. He lost 20 pounds, started having panic attacks, couldn't trust anyone who said they loved him because love to him now meant someone could erase you without warning. The ghost and disappear isn't just cowardly, it's psychological torture disguised as conflict avoidance. The second taught me that public humiliation is a special kind of evil. Sarah's boyfriend proposed to her at her sister's wedding. Big romantic gesture, right? Down on one knee during the reception, everyone watching. She said yes. They took photos, cut the cake with the bride and groom. 2 days later, he sent her a text. "I can't do this. The engagement is off." When she asked why he proposed if he didn't mean it, he said, "I got caught up in the moment. Everyone was expecting it." He used her as a prop in someone else's fairy tale, then discarded her once the audience left. Sarah didn't just lose a fiancé, she lost her dignity in front of everyone she knew. Every single person at that wedding watched her say yes to a lie. The public spectacle breakup isn't romantic, it's weaponized shame. The third showed me that technology has created new levels of cruelty. Devin found out his girlfriend was breaking up with him through her Instagram story. Not a DM to him, not a call, a public post. Single and ready to mingle. Sometimes you just gotta know when to let go. Butterfly emoji. He was still tagged in her bio as her boyfriend. They'd been together for 2 years. He saw it while sitting in a work meeting. His coworkers saw it before he did. One of them followed her and said, "Hey man, I'm sorry," before Devin even knew what happened. When he finally got through to her, she said, "I didn't think you'd see it so fast. I was going to tell you later." The social media announcement breakup isn't modern. It's cowardice with an audience. The fourth revealed that some people turn breakups into transactions. Ava's boyfriend broke up with her over dinner at an expensive restaurant she'd been wanting to try. Romantic plays, candlelight, the works. Halfway through the main course, he said, "I think we should see other people." She was devastated, started crying, asked if they could talk about it. He said, "Let's just enjoy the meal. We're here already." The fifth proved that family can become weapons too. Kevin's girlfriend invited him to her parents' house for Sunday dinner. Normal routine, they'd been doing it for months. Her whole family was there. Grandparents, siblings, cousins, big gathering. After dessert, in front of everyone, her dad stood up and said, Kevin, we think you're a great guy, but Rachel has decided to move on. We wanted to support her, all being here. Rachel nodded, didn't say a word, just sat there while her family delivered the breakup for her. Kevin had to sit through coffee and small talk before he could leave. Her little brother asked if he wanted to play video games. Her mom hugged him goodbye like nothing had happened. The family ambush breakup doesn't just end a relationship, it turns intimacy into a public execution where you can't even defend yourself. If you're still here, hit subscribe to PMSR. These get worse, trust me. The sixth taught me that gaslighting doesn't end when the relationship does. Monica's boyfriend broke up with her by telling her they were never actually together. After 18 months of dating, of her meeting his family, of vacations and future plans, he said, "I think you misunderstood what this was. We were just hanging out." When she showed him photos of them together, him calling her his girlfriend on social media, him introducing her to his parents as his partner, he said, "You're remembering wrong. You're being dramatic." He rewrote their entire history to avoid taking responsibility for ending it, made her question her own reality. Monica came to therapy convinced she was losing her mind, that maybe she had imagined the whole relationship. The gaslighting breakup doesn't just end things, it makes you doubt that they ever existed. The seventh showed me that some people need an audience for their cruelty. James broke up with his girlfriend during her birthday party. Not before, not after. During. She'd rented out a small venue, invited 40 people. He showed up, smiled in photos, gave a toast about how much she meant to him. Then, an hour later, he pulled her aside in front of a group of her friends and said, "I can't keep pretending. This isn't working. I'm done." She had to finish hosting her own birthday party while everyone whispered and stared, had to smile and thank people for coming while her relationship ended in real time. James left early, posted on his story from a bar with his friends an hour later. The spectacle crash breakup isn't about ending a relationship, it's about making sure everyone watches you do it. The eighth revealed that some people make you do their dirty work. Tanya's boyfriend started picking fights over nothing. Every day, something new. She forgot to text back fast enough. She wore the wrong outfit. She laughed wrong at a joke. It went on for 3 weeks. She kept trying to fix things, kept asking what was wrong, kept apologizing. Finally, exhausted and confused, she said, "Do you even want to be with me anymore?" He said, "I was wondering when you'd finally break up with me." He'd been trying to make her end it so he didn't have to, made her feel crazy and inadequate until she had no choice but to pull the trigger herself, then acted relieved like she'd done him a favor. The forced hand breakup is emotional manipulation dressed up as her decision. The ninth showed me that replacement can happen before the relationship even ends. Chris found out his girlfriend was breaking up with him when her new boyfriend posted a photo of them together. Tagged location, her apartment. The apartment Chris still had keys to. He'd seen her 2 days before, she'd kissed him goodbye, said she loved him, made plans for the weekend. When he confronted her, she said, "I was going to tell you, I just wanted to make sure this was real first." She'd auditioned his replacement while still using Chris as a backup plan. The overlap wasn't an accident, it was insurance. She kept him on the hook until she was sure the next guy would work out. The monkey branch breakup treats people like safety nets you only let go of when you've grabbed the next one. And the 10th, the worst one I've ever heard, taught me that some people want to win the breakup more than they want to be decent humans. Ryan's ex didn't just break up with him. She systematically destroyed his life as a parting gift. She hacked his social media and posted things that made him look unstable, sent screenshots of private conversations, taken out of context, to his employer, called his family and told them lies about abuse that never happened, turned their mutual friends against him with a carefully crafted narrative where she was the victim and he was the villain. By the time Ryan figured out what was happening, he'd lost his job, half his friends, and his family wasn't speaking to him. The scorched-earth breakup isn't about ending a relationship. It's about making sure the other person suffers maximum damage on the way out. Part 12. Here's what all 10 of these breakups have in common. They weren't about ending relationships. They were about control, cruelty, cowardice, or revenge. The ghost and disappear is about avoiding accountability. The public humiliation is about power. The social media announcement is about performance. The